Happy Palm Sunday. I hope you are all having a great day. This is Beth Staniforth Seamster, Children's Ministry Coordinator for Whitewater Area Regional Ministry. And I'm here to do my Sunday morning children's message with all of you. So we'll start the way we always do, checking in. You can be thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, or thumbs down. And feel free to check in at home. I'll check in with you here. For me, this has been pretty much a thumbs up day. It's been wonderful to have the sunshine, to be outside. We were able to go to a park and go for a long walk as a family. So that's 4 of us with our dog. We tried flying kites unsuccessfully, but we tried. And we had a lot of good outdoor time, family time. So really a nice day. However your day is going, I hope that you know that I miss you and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Well, my question is, have you ever been to a parade? In the summertime, I love to go to parades with my kids and my husband. I think it's so much fun. We go to the Memorial Day Parade in Cambridge. We go to the 4th of July Parade in Whitewater. My favorite part is all the live music, hearing the band and the sense of camaraderie, that there's this big group of people and we're all here having fun together. I think my children's favorite part is probably the candy that people throw or the animals that they have in the parade. Those are fun too. Well, when I was in college, I worked one summer at a summer camp with a woman who was from Slovakia. And I was close to the 4th of July, and I asked her, "Oh, do you have plans for the 4th? Do you want to go to a parade?" And she said, "No, I hate parades," which just really startled me because I think parades are so much fun. But when I asked her more about it, what I discovered is that growing up in communist Slovakia, parades were mandatory, and they were meant to intimidate people. It was common that the military would be there in full uniform. You were required to go. There might be tanks or big missiles on display. Parades were about a show of power. And as a little kid, that was really scary for this woman. Learning about that made sense to me why she didn't want to go to another parade as an adult when she had the choice. Well, that reminds me a lot of what we're talking about today with Palm Sunday. So here you have, we know that in a week, we are going to have Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, the day when Jesus actually dies, and then Easter Sunday, when Jesus is raised from the dead. But before any of that can happen, Jesus and his disciples have to get from traveling around Jerusalem, or around the countryside, and into the city of Jerusalem, which is the capital. Now, because this was a really important time, it was Passover for the Jewish people. And the Romans were in charge of Jerusalem, and they would come into the city. So you have to think that in the city of Jerusalem, there's this big militaristic parade going on, much like the ones my friend described watching as a child. So on one side of the city, you have Pontius Pilate coming in with all the army, and it was a big show of might and force to remind the people that this might be a religious holiday for you, but we are still in charge, right? So that parade was meant to intimidate. But on the other end of the city, you have Jesus and his disciples entering in, and it became such an exciting event. It wasn't intended to be a parade, but it just happened. People grabbed palm branches. They started waving them. They started shouting, "Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest," acknowledging that something really important and beautiful was about to happen and was coming into the city, right? It was an impromptu parade, but I think the sense of togetherness and camaraderie is similar to what I really enjoy about going to parades today. When we hear the bands, when we hear music, when we see all these people, there's a sense of togetherness. So when we think about the city of Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, think about that. There's one sense of this very intimidating force coming into the city, and another sense of something very exciting and uplifting that's about to happen. right? And then think about what each of those people are promising. Pontius Pilate in Rome is promising law and order and taxes. But if you can't do those things, if you can't pay your taxes, if you don't keep the law and order, there's a threat of violence. The army is there and it will make sure things happen the way they're supposed to. On the other hand, we have Jesus and his disciples bringing in this exciting new kingdom. But it was also a little bit overwhelming when it really came down to it, because it was something people had never experienced before. A kingdom based on love and inclusion and welcome. So this week, as we enter Holy Week, and next week is Easter Sunday, I invite you to think, as you live your life this week, how you can be inviting people into a kingdom that is all about welcome and inclusion and love and the promises that Jesus brings forth. I wish you well. I hope you have a good week at home. And I'm sorry I won't get to see you on Easter, but I hope you all have a great time celebrating with your families. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much, and happy Palm Sunday.